Fangatave Beach is an isolated beach on the island of Ewa, which is part of the Kingdom of Tonga. This beach had eluded me in the past, and with my time in Tonga running out, I knew that I had to get there. This time I was joined by Seb, another crazy mission man who had just arrived on a late night flight from Canberra, and my partner Cassie. The first challenge is getting tickets for the ferry, but I managed to find the right Facebook page and locate the ticket office. After a 3-hour ferry ride, we finally made it to Ewa. The next challenge was to see if we could get a lift into Hauma, which is the village next to the start of the walk.
So good.
Like that's sort of the experience.
Oh. So we've got a ride into Hauma in the back of a truck that we've met at the ferry. Hopefully we'll give him some cash at the end. Yeah. Look at you.
After giving the driver 20 pa'anga for their trouble, we went to a store to buy enough water for the trip. Given that we were planning to be down there for 2 nights and there were no rivers, I thought that 20 litres would be just enough. However, the other two disagreed.
This approach doesn't make my arms sore at all.
Yeah.
It's really good. My neck hurts a lot though.
After carrying the water for a few hours, we made it to the paddock. From here, the instructions were to follow the boys into the forest and turn right at the whale tail tree. We also got our first look at Fangatave Beach itself.
Yeah, this is whale tail tree. Yeah.
The whale tree marks the start of the descent down the cliff. Due to the 20 litres of water we're carrying, the descent was quite hard going. We had to keep passing the jerrys between us as we climbed down.
What colour would this be in blockhouse? That's how you know you're really making a good effort. What do you reckon? Purple, black, red?
Easy blue.
Oh yeah. Super juggy.
Yeah, look. Didn't need the rope.
Halfway down, we realised we could use the ropes to lower the water bottles down the cliff rather than having to climb with them. This was a game changer and really sped up the whole process.
Finally in Fangatave Beach.
After drinking some coconuts, we set up camp and turned in for the night. The next day was spent snorkeling and exploring the beach.
This beach is pretty untouched, but even in an untouched place, it's kind of grim how much, once you start seeing the plastics, you can't stop seeing them, you know. More bottles, random plastic shit that's washed up, buoys, more plastic bottles, just everywhere.
Since our ferry was quite early the next morning, we decided we would leave the beach and camp closer to avoid having to climb the cliffs in the dark. The climb up was still a bit of a mission, but we were very thankful that we had actually drunk some of the water. Once we were closer to the ferry, we had dinner and a short sleep before having to get up bright and early. Something in my cooking disagreed with Seb, and he had a pretty rough night.
How's everyone feeling?
At around 4 AM we set off walking in order to catch the ferry.
Heading back to Tonga. It is 4:49 AM and we're hoping Seb makes the journey.
Yeah. Thankfully, the trip back was relatively uneventful and the seas were flat, although we did see a few breaching whales. I was so glad that we finally made it to Fangatave Beach, although we really did show that it is Tonga's least accessible beach.